What's the new American dream? Not being the 1 out of 7 that gets cancer. To have enough money working one job to live comfortably. Get out of debt lol. Current objective. Survive. To be free. To have enough money to live the life you want. To be able to own a home. Retire before 70. And to be covered enough in a medical situation that you don't end up homeless after a routine operation. A less shitty America. Not having to deal with all the bullshit anymore. Cheap cost of living and higher wages. Surviving America. Having enough money to not be stressed 24/7 about something breaking. Leave America. To get old and a peaceful death without much stress. Having sex in a hotel room at Comic-Con. Paying rent and having enough left over for a meal. To get hit by a post truck or other government vehicle and get just injured enough to sue. But not too injured as to not be able to enjoy your payout. To not have roommates. Fucking leaving. Expat life. Make rent this month. To be able to afford our deductibles if something happens. Finding a job in the Netherlands or Germany so I can move there. Not being bankrupted or in debt because of one catastrophic event which is very scary. Lots of PPL are just one paycheck away from homelessness. Survive. Survive. Other goals. Not making any more wage slaves or potential soldiers for this fucked up corrupt system. Having the will to live. Actually keeping rent less than 30% of your income. To be stably housed and be treated for illness if it arises without losing the former. To have a full belly and a full gas tank at the same time without debt, that is. Equity, justice, and the death of capitalism. Make enough money that the justice system works in my favor. The mall in East Rutherford, New Jersey. I think the American dream still exists. My father went from security guard in Colombia to executive in the US. I'll use his example since it's perhaps the most classic version. To him, it means peace and comfort. Having enough money to save and some to invest, making sure we all have food. And can buy a nifty thing or two here or there. Having the house paid for. But I think what he really craves is to reach a state where there's almost no income anxiety. And he can fuck off in peace to his backyard and read in his hammock. To not get killed by your local police. Being in a position where you don't have to trade time for money. Getting out of debt. To be able to have a refrigerator full of food. To succeed in life and outdo your parents, according to my parents. Paying all the bills. Groceries not costing an arm and a leg for the basics. Free healthcare. Laughs in European. As if you guys still believe in such crap. Come on now. Decent transit. Most people simply want to be able to support themselves and or their family while still enjoying life. To survive. Nothing more, nothing less. To make it to the middle class. Self-improvement through technology and flying over as much of the planet as possible. To make it to 30 without permanent COVID damage. Find a European wife. As a lazy, participation trophy earning millennial, my sole American dream would be to be able to retire while still healthy, allowing me to enjoy some of my later years. My parents retired in their 50s with a full pension and fully paid healthcare to 65. And 100% paid Medicare Advantage thereafter. I couldn't even dream of such generous benefits. I already make 2x their highest earning year in my early 30s, but yet can't see myself in as solid of a financial condition as they are in by my 50s. The security of a pension just can't be matched by a 401k. Not to mention the absurd costs of housing and student loans that eat up a greater percentage of all of our incomes than they should. With all that said, I know I am in a better financial place than 95% plus of millennials. And I am thankful for that. But it still doesn't feel like it's enough. I have no idea what enough would be. But it's more. The financial security of each generation is getting less and less. I have no idea where the breaking point is, but I have a feeling it's not far away. Just get by. I'd say to be able to act upon changing desires throughout life and to avoid any despair while trying. Americans don't have a one-fits-all dream anymore. Car, kids, house, status. Some want the ability to earn as much as possible. Some want to retire early. Some want flexibility to travel. Some want 4 dogs and no kids. The one thing they all seem to have in common is desiring to have freedom of choice to try and also to not have to suffer utter suffering if their plans do end up failing. To live like they do in Europe. Same as it's always been. Get super rich doing very little work. That's why influencer is a dream job and people invest in crazy things like crypto and NFTs. People want to hit home runs, they don't want to grind for a decent living. It's just harder to achieve now. Be hit by a city bus while in the crosswalk.